This is a Fire Emblem Engage Reverse Recruitment run, but does have spoilers for the entire playable roster. So if you are interested in remaining unspoiled for those characters, go ahead and click away from the video now. Alright, I've got something very fun and interesting for everyone here today. We're going to be doing a Maddening Classic playthrough of Fire Emblem Engage with random growths, as I have completed the game already on Maddening Classic. But it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be recruiting the characters in reverse order, thanks to a mod developed by ltranc. So instead of starting the game with Alear and Vander, we'll be starting the game with the very last two characters you recruit, who are significantly better than Alear and Vander. That means that this playthrough is going to be quite a bit easier than the rest of it. Now, just to show the intro here, I'm going to be skipping most of the cutscenes, but just to show some of the intro here, the very early chapter here, the prologue, is unchanged, as this isn't actually Alear, the player character, but something else entirely.
I can fight.
So you see, this will all play out normal. We'll skip the cutscenes and the animation and all that. But you may have noticed something strange in the text there that may have thrown you off if you were looking really close. You'll see the defeat condition is Veyle is defeated. That'd be kind of weird if Alear is the main character, right? Also, I find it funny how, although you have access to the falchion, you still get the kill with the liberation. Can't let you fail in the prologue, that'd be embarrassing. Alright, now we get on to the good part here. Alright, so we see here, this is not Alear and Vander, but indeed Veyle and Mavier. Now, Veyle and Mavier are much, much better than Alear and Vander. It's not even close. They've been deleveled in their own class, using their own growth rates. So they are set up in a very intuitive way that makes them just kind of inherently very powerful. In addition, Veyle's class, Fellchild, is a special class, and so has better bases in the other classes due to her not being able to promote. So she does kind of have that balanced out, sort of, but her base stats are so good that it really doesn't compare to Alear whatsoever. We can see her growth rates on screen here. They're actually a little bit worse than Alear's, just kind of across the board. Her magic growth is very good at 70%, but that's pretty much the only thing that is better in total compared to Alear at least. But Alear's bases are so bad, and Veyle's bases here are very, very good, so they're going to carry her for quite some time. And then eventually, I think towards the late game, she'll slow down and become more frail compared to the enemies, and be a little bit more difficult to take care of. She's still going to be great. She has the Dragon Tag, just like Alear, so we'll have all the nice emblem bonuses. Veyle Protection, I think, is worse than Divinely Inspiring, but it's still very nice to have here. Lastly, since she is a special class, she has 5 move, and she's going to be our only foot unit with 5 movement until we start getting Master Seals, which will be a huge boon for her and just in general. But yeah, she's going to be very strong for the early game here, and honestly her damage output with 1-2 range is going to be probably going to carry for a long time, and I think she's going to get a lot of XP and grow pretty strongly. Now, for Mavier is also pretty good here. So if we look at Mavier's growth rates, you see that they're kind of ridiculous. His total growth spread is higher than any other characters in the game, and I have to imagine that's because the base stats when he joins in are just kind of good. They're not like incredible. And Royal Knight's a fine class, but it's not quite as good as, say, Fellchild. So Mavier is going to take the role of Vander, and he is at a higher internal level, 15, just like Vander, so he'll gain XP at a reduced rate. His base stats are very good, but you'll see that Veyle's base stats actually aren't really much further behind than Mavier, except for like defense and HP. But he'll still be great, I think, for the majority of the game. I want to compare him to Seth from Fire Emblem H due to the ridiculous growth rates and good bases, but I don't think he's quite as good as Seth. And not only that, even Seth couldn't take over this game's Maddening mode. It's just the enemies are too strong, it's too flare-face focused. You couldn't just roll everything over with Seth. And his personal skill, Contemplative, is obviously not very good. Obviously it doesn't factor into the character hugely, but it is something there. But he's still going to be a 6-move Jagan that's going to help us a lot here, or maybe Oifi would be the more proper term, but honestly it doesn't really matter there. Alright, now this map almost feels set up to be run like this, because if we look at the stats here, the Barbarians exactly 3-shot Veyle, which, you know, feels too perfect to line up properly. Of course, they don't deal much damage, and actually if Mavier is next to Veyle, they will deal 0 damage thanks to Fel Protection. Which I think is actually the case for Vander too, if I remember correctly. Interestingly, we do a decent amount of damage to this level 5 Barbarian next to Clan and Fram here, who you can see are not exactly Clan and Fram. Spoilers. They're a little bit different than you might expect them to look. So I'm wondering if we could actually save them. I don't know what happens if you kill this Barbarian, if anything. I'm assuming nothing happens and the chapter plays out as normal, but we'll go ahead and try it. We'll be playing with animations on for most of this run, which should be pretty fun. I'm also going to change the settings here. I don't know if y'all enjoy the settings that are on by default, but I have to change the animations, the cursor, the game speed, action skip for auto battle. Don't use auto battle much outside of trials, but it is something there. And yeah, everything else I think is normal here. Camera sensitivity I want to go. I hate how the way it turns. It'll be interesting to see how the camera works later on.
Will not falter.
Now, Veyle only dies in 2 hits, so even if she gets attacked twice, she'll be just fine here. But yeah, I just want to see, yeah, we'll be able to cleanly 2-shot this guy if the attacks hit. And then Veyle can just use a Vulnerary on her turn. Oh, that auto-skipped. I didn't actually skip that there. Ah, yes, Clan and Fram getting real beat up. Also, you see here, this is Fram in her promoted Martial Master outfit, which I thought was interesting. That appears for all the cutscenes.
Are you all right?
Clan has his Mage Knight outfit, which looks pretty good, honestly.
Are you wounded, Divine One?
Yes, I do know how to use a Vulnerary. Yeah, we're going to be able to kill this Barbarian. Again, I don't think it does anything, but, I mean, might as well.
Submit.
Now, we do need to move Veyle into the forest up here. I believe we need to do this one. Or, wait, 1, 2... Yeah, I think we need to do this one, because if she'll kill the Barbarians on her turn, and then be subject to 3 attacks, which could kill her. Probably not, but it could. Yeah, that auto-skipped. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not skipping all that. There's not like a... It must be built into the mod somehow to skip those cutscenes to prevent things from breaking. Or maybe to prevent spoilers? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that, like, auto-skips. I'm not even sure that's an option. So yeah, they're just fine, these particular non-spoilery characters. We'll see if... This hits. Veyle is not a mystical type, so she does not get the terrain bonus using magic on forests. I know that threw a lot of people off. It's not like Echoes. You have to be a specific type. Okay, so it just triggers the scene early if you kill everybody. Alright, cool. That makes sense. Alright, and then we'll see, air quotes, Alear engage with the ring and gain access to Marth. All the cutscenes are unchanged, so don't expect anything weird there, unfortunately. It'd be great if somehow we could replace the characters in the cutscenes, but that is not currently the case, and I don't think it would look very good if we did. I do know how to sync and engage. I have tutorials off, right? I think these just play anyway, because even if you turn the tutorials off, I'm pretty sure you get guide display, is that right? Yeah, tutorials will not appear during gameplay. So some of the tutorials appear anyway, I think ones that are unique mechanics new to engage. So yeah, Emblem Marth is new. Wow, I just realized... Well, I can't actually do it in the order I want here, but we'll go ahead and just destroy one of these guys. I have a feeling that, yeah, she does pretty well against everyone. She's just better than Alear, even in the physical categories. Huh, yeah. So I had Veyle exclusively engage with Byleth due to the crazy rally bonuses, but she looks pretty solid engaged with Marth as well. I imagine that's the case for most of them. I didn't think she looked very good engaged with Byleth there. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's skipping the enemy phase. That's what it's doing. That changed the wrong setting there. Where's the auto battle? Yeah, action skip off. That's only for auto battle. I don't want to just skip the enemy phase. Yeah, we didn't miss anything too exciting though, don't worry.
We shall not fall to the enemy.
Yeah, so that happens. Because Veyle has replaced Alear, those bond level ups do not show up properly. I think they do show up as normal for the other characters. It's just Veyle, and maybe also Alear that's broken, but I think just Veyle. Alright, we will continue on to Chapter 1 here. Which I believe that's the mock battle with Lumera and the Fabrications, who are highly unsettling. I think everybody can agree with that. And we will get 2 new characters, who you may have seen beforehand. Spoilers. Oh, that's right, Exploration. Oh, God. So, I'm kind of afraid to turn around here, although she looks fine for now. I'm kind of afraid to turn around, because I believe that... No, she's fine. Okay. So yeah, we do get to control Veyle during the exploration sections. I thought that she had a weird stretched model that was supposed to match Alear, but she actually looks like... Yeah, look, she's tiny. So she's actually just as normal, but we walk around as Veyle. Oh my god, the hair physics. I don't understand how she could walk around like this.
Great.
That'll be interesting. Well, maybe I'll show off a little bit of the Somniel as well. I wasn't planning to really show off any of the Somniel whatsoever, but... I mean, if it looks normal, maybe. Hello, bird. I cannot take you home yet.
Let's head to the castle.
Alright, so we have a couple new units to talk about here. As we can see, we've got Saphir and Linden. And I think these will be really, these will be interesting ones. Let's go over Linden first. Linden has some pretty good bases as well. I'll put his growth on screen. They aren't, like, incredible, but they are decent. You know, 50 magic, 40 speed, that's okay. It's not, like, super exciting, but it's good. In addition, he has a good personal skill that I never really made use of since I gave him A-rank tomes during my playthrough, but I hear it's pretty solid. You can get a lot of crit with an engraving and a pretty solid weapon on the lower weapon rank list. In addition, 7 magic is a decent base. I think it's already better than clans. And 10 speed is really good. He doubles the enemies in the starting chapter, and he'll have a decent growth. It won't be like amazing, but hopefully he can keep up. If not, he should be useful for the whole game because he has innate staff proficiency, which is just always going to be useful. Staves in this game are incredible, and you really can't have too many of them. He does have a base luck of 2. Normally I wouldn't care about that, but the enemy's crit rates can be very high in this game, and so base luck of 2 is a little bit concerning. He might just randomly die at some point. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, as for the other character, Saphir also has really good bases. I mean, particularly notable are her base dex of 14 is really high. I feel like that's overkill as far as dex goes. She must just have a really high base dexterity because her promoted class just must, you know, they wanted her to be able to hit. So even though she was deleveled using her growth, her dex just stayed really high. Her dex growth is 30. That would explain why it didn't go down that much as she got deleveled. But her base strength of 9 and her base speed of 7 is totally fine. I mean, 9 strength is great. She's got 18 attack here to start off with. Plus, decent mixed bulk with 26 HP is going to be solid. She also has a good personal skill and will to win. One that's like, it's begging you to combine with Wrath Resolve, right? And I feel like I might try to do that and get, you know, some of those huge bonuses going. Avoid taking isn't really super reliable in this game because it's hard to be below half health and also not die to the next hit. And enemies won't attack you if they have 0 hit, so it can be a little bit more difficult on Maddening. But anyway, that's them. I'm feeling both of them are going to be pretty solid. I mean, having a backup unit early, and just in general, backup units just seem like they're good. They just tend to do very, very well here. Oh yeah, we're going to have to skip all these tutorials again. I think that was the break tutorial for the sword fighter we don't have. I should let some of these animations play out. I've been skipping them just because I let them all play out on my first playthrough. Gosh. No, Fram, calm down.
Hey,
yep.
Divine One.
Alright, I think that was the mystical tutorial, but
Well,
no, we're all
then,
good here.
Let's go.
Let's hear it.
And then Saphir easily scoops this one up.
No other choice.
The high hit rate on an early Axe Fighter is going to be really nice. I feel like we're going to be able to get some reliable damage off with her.
Mavier reporting.
And then Mavi will just move up and wait. And yeah, enemies are so weird. Yeah, 4% crit to start off with. We could just lose Lyndon in the very first combat that he gets hit by. That would be pretty funny, but no, we wouldn't let that happen. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that crit rate. But regardless, we should be able to just set this up. I feel like, again, this is just like set up to work like this, because if we see here, if I remember correctly, oh yeah, I should let this play out. Oh, I don't need to skip every cool animation. They are really cool. They put a lot of effort into the animations of this game.
Me, you say?
Yeah, look at that. That's an exact kill. And again, these were deleveled. These aren't like specifically set bases. These are them being deleveled using their growth rates. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Yes, very interesting, Lyndon. Very interesting. Thank you for agreeing with me. I think Fram would do very, very well against Lumera in her current state right now. Oh yeah, I meant to check the Liberation. Sigurd. I do like me some Sigurd. And of course, the classic Rider's Bane jump. Oh, you know what? I should check that. I wonder. I think Mavier has less base defense than Vander, right? Or is it the same? He's got 1032. And yeah, she has the Rider's Bane here. Looks like the Liberation is normal. Okay, so it must be like a separate Liberation, or maybe it changes later somehow. Yeah, so she's got... I forget exactly what the might of the Rider's Bane is, but it's set up so that Vander lives with like 1 HP or 2 HP or something. I'm not sure if that's the case here. 20 attack... I think the Liberation has like... Liberation has, what, 6 might? Yeah, so the Rider's Bane has 10 might, so she's getting 20 attack, going up to 40. I think Mavier does survive that, right? Yeah, he survives with 2 HP, yeah, okay. So it's actually set up almost exactly like Vander, just very interesting, so that when he gets attacked by the Rider's Bane, because he probably will, I mean, she's going to engage, gain all that movement. I don't even know if you can play around it reasonably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you can really play it around reasonably, but we'll try. Danger radius is now in the guide. Yes, I have used that. I will... I mean, I want to get the Emblem pool, of course, but it's so tempting to attack from one range. Now, these are random growths. So we could get some bad level ups on our characters here. Oh, wow, that was cool. I actually hadn't seen her dagger crit before. A really cool animation. Oh, she didn't get level up yet. Alright, Martha's charged up. And we'll just hide Mavier from the scary Rider's Bane. Alright, now let's get Veyle that level up. I'll probably have to do it from... Yeah, we'll do it from here. Oh, that didn't actually one-shot, so I'll take damage here for no reason. I should have checked that more closely. Right, so what is Veyle's first level? Magic, Speed, Luck. I mean, that's a good first level, honestly. Again, Strength would be nice. Oh yeah, there's that Broken Bond. That'll show up quite a lot. Unfortunately... 14-5, yeah, I think she's dead. So... Oh no, wait. We actually, not only do we not have to kill it with Mavier, we can actually just heal instead of having him get the kill and steal, air quotes, steal XP. I'm not sure if this puts in Rider's Bane range or not, but we'll see. Someone's in Rider's Bane range. I don't believe she used Override, if I remember correctly.
I am sorry.
It'll be interesting having a healer. I mean, I probably should save some of this heal staff, or maybe I shouldn't. They're pretty abundant, right? I don't need to save it. Plus, he's getting 1 XP. How can we resist the 1 XP? Okay, so we'll just have her wait here. What's her avoid 62? So she dies to... Yeah, she'll die to Rider's Bane. I guess I need to put... Yeah, I need to put Saphir here. She doesn't die to Rider's Bane's sword, although she'll get broken. I'm sure there's a whole lot I can do about it. Alright, let's see if she comes in with the Rider's Bane or not. Oh, yeah.
Your teamwork is inspiring.
Yeah, there it is, the Rider's Bane jump scare.
Queen Lumera.
But survives with 2 HP. It's like intended to be set up like that, so you almost die. It's honestly really fun.
That was incredible.
I agree. I love having 13 move or more. Okay, so I skipped that enemy phase, which I really shouldn't have. But it looks like she dodged the sword attack, and that guy also dodged her axe attack in return. Oh no, she did get hit. It just only does 1 damage. Okay, so yeah, I think this playthrough is going to be a little bit easier than a normal Maddening playthrough. In addition, once the DLC becomes available, I will spring for the DLC. I haven't played the DLC. I did my initial playthrough without the DLC whatsoever. I need to kill Lumera this turn, right? Or she's gonna dunk on Mavier. I believe you can't die in this practice battle, though. Like, nobody stays dead, so I think it's fine. Now, she's not the cavalry move type, dragon type. We can kill this guy with the rapier, but I also can... kill... Can I kill with Linden Fireball and Saphir? No, I cannot. Okay. We'll just go ahead and rapier this guy. It's not a one-shot. Makes you want to use Lodestar Rush or the dagger. I think I will engage and just use the dagger. Engage with an emblem 5 times. 5 times? How 5 times? 1, 2...
I must gather more data.
Thing. She does almost no damage, and I think we're gonna have, I think Vander's gonna have a... Or sorry, Vander. I think Mavier's gonna have a bad time here. I'm not gonna use the vulnerability, because again, I want to test this. I don't think he stays dead. I think he just falls over. And comes back later. Oh.
This is certainly more of a challenge.
Your enemies will not hold back, and neither will I. That is why you must defeat me. What a delight it is to see you in battle after all these...
I don't remember this dialogue. But I could just be misremembering. Okay, so they're gonna kill Veyle. Do I still lose if Veyle's defeated here? I think so, right? Oh, okay, she'll just dodge.
I will protect you.
That was an incredibly unlikely dodge there. I guess Veyle is so frail that she's preferring to attack him. That's very strange. Over Mavier, who she kills with a Rider's Bane, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat up on Veyle. Alright, and then Saphir, do you get the... Not quite. What if I attack with fire? Oh, actually, neither weapon kills. Okay, cool. And I have to, it's gonna be obligatory. He needs that 1 XP, I promise. He'll need it. He's Seth. He has to get XP.
Queen Lumera, I don't want to attack. I'm so sorry. You...
Boom. Alright, so I think we'll continue on to Chapter 3. And once Chapter 3 is done, then we'll call it there. We'll call it for this recording. Now, the Liberation. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about the Liberation. So obviously you notice that Veyle didn't have her Obscurite nor her Misericord, because obviously having those tools this early on into the game would be kind of nuts. They would be extremely powerful. I can't take the kitties home yet. Why have the kitties here? I can't take them home with me. Very sad. But if she had those personal weapons, obviously she'd be very overpowered, even though they are kind of heavy. At least the Obscurite is. The Misericord, not so much. But, yeah, so instead we're going to get the Liberation. And the Liberation is not a sword. Oh, can I see it here? I don't think I can see it here, actually. Yeah, so Liberation is not a sword, but a dagger. We'll show it here. It's very similar to the regular Liberation, but instead of being a sword, it's a dagger, which makes it inherently better. In addition, the Obscurite and the Misericord do appear. but much later in the game. We'll find it. We'll find it out when they arrive. Flashback. Gosh, so many cutscenes. Oh, look at that! I love how even the little sprite characters are of the ones we have recruited here. That's perfect. Glad that works as well. All right, so here is final chapter before the Somniel and such.
Vander, Clan.
Normal setup. I wonder how hard this chapter is going to be without an archer. I don't believe we recruit an archer here. Pretty confident we don't. We will be getting some reinforcements pretty soon, though. Now, what's the proper way to open up here? These guys have 14 attack. They really don't deal very much damage to us. Our units are not as frail as they would be normally. Clan and Fram are replaced with much bulkier units, so I reasonably
Bring it on.
could just run up and have these guys tank the Axe Flyers. Saphir, you have 9 defense, you take 5. They are fast, but they aren't faster than you. Well, they aren't faster. They aren't enough faster than you. So she could run up and just get some kills here, and I think she will. Veyle can take 1 flyer. Oh yeah, here's the Liberation. Should check that. I believe it's better. Yeah, it's better than the Iron Dagger. So yeah, 6 might, 4 weight, 90 hit. Very similar to the regular Liberation, but with 1/2 range. The fact that it's so light actually doesn't really matter here, as if you look again at Veyle's build, she has 7 build, which is pretty large for this point in the game, especially considering, you know, how small she actually is. But this build won't grow. She has no build growth in the Felled Child class, which we will probably be keeping for most of the game due to the Dragon Tag. But 7 is enough to really wield everything she's going to need to wield. I mean, Hellfire, I think, is 7 or 8 by default, and you can forge it down, and that's probably going to be her strongest tome for a long time. And even the Silver Dagger, I think, weighs 7, or again, it's 8, and then you forge it down. It's not too bad. Maybe it's like 9 or something. But again, the weapons she uses aren't heavy enough to really matter that the Liberation is so light. So I'm not sure how useful it'll be in this playthrough. But for now, it is better than the Iron Dagger, so we can go ahead and use it. And it just looks kind of silly in that portrait. Let's see the animation. Okay, yeah, it's just, she holds it like a big dagger and throws it like a big dagger. Interesting. 0 damage, damn. Fell protection. Ooh. Wow, okay, that's an interesting defeat quote. I don't remember that one. So, this guy's 14 attack? Yeah, okay, so they will still attack. I don't want to set it up so that they don't attack. That would be unfortunate. And, I guess Lyndon can fight one of these guys. It's 5 defense. I'd rather him fight the Sword Fighter, if possible. Although he doubles the Lance Fighter, so maybe we actually do want to have him just fight the Lance Fighter, and then we'll have Mavier sit back, since we don't actually need his Jagan abilities right now. Our characters are too strong.
Why you?
Okay, we knew they would attack Veyle. They always like to deal lots of damage. Again, the Flyers exactly 2-shot Veyle. It almost feels like it was set up for this. Here takes 2 damage.
There are too many of them. We'll never make it to the ring.
Or will we? We've got some very special characters coming in as reinforcements here. No, not you, Alfred. I'm sorry. You'll have your time to shine later. Yeah!
Prince Alfred of Firene, you said?
So you see, we have some pretty exciting characters joining here. I'm going to enjoy all of these showing up here, even his passive even triggers. Alright, so we have Seedal, indeed in his Dancer class, right at the very start of the game, a Goldmary, and Rosado. Now you'll see there, Rosado doesn't actually have an Axe Flyer little pixel sprite. That's because male characters cannot become Axe Flyers by default, and so that pixel sprite does not exist. I don't really know why they decided to keep restricting males from the Pegasus classes. You know, they did it in Fates and let us do it. I don't know why they don't let us have male characters in Flyers. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, let's not linger on that too much. We've got Rosado here. Rosado is a pretty popular character, and for good reason. His growth rates are really solid, and his join time and bases are okay for the time he joins in the game. For now, though, I think we're actually here. Where's Rosado? There we go. I think Rosado might be a little bit weaker than he would be in the normal game. His base strength of 4 is not good, and he's indeed weighed down by 5 by the Iron Axe, which is why I think he comes with a Compact Axe here. I don't think the Compact Axe... Yeah, he's still weighed down by the Compact Axe some. The attack drops to nothing. does have a base speed of 13, though, so I think there's a lot of potential here. The thing weighing him down is that he's an Axe Flyer with 5 build, which is even worse than, you know, Lance Flyer with 5 build. At least you can hold the Slim Lance. So we'll see how this goes. You'll see his growth rates here are pretty solid. The default Flyer class gives him a 55 strength growth. There's a lot of potential for that to grow, but I think without the energy drop from Jean's chapter, he may not, if he doesn't make it to that point, being super impactful, he may not be able to stay deployed for the rest of the run. We'll see. Defenses are good, though. Speed is great at 13. Dexterity is fine. HP is great. So, again, really 50-50 on this character. We'll have to see how that goes. And then we have Goldmary, a character I really don't like, but, well, we're just going to have to deal with her for now. Goldmary is a sword fighter, and again, her bases are also very good. Kind of reminds me of how Kagetsu joins in to the rest of the team, with his bases just being way better than any sword fighter you could possibly have at this point. That's kind of what she's got going on here. She's got a build of 6, which is slightly above average for a sword fighter, I guess, and her base stats are incredible. 8 strength, 13 speed with swords. I mean, that's going to be really good. She has 10 defense as well. And if you notice, she has like one of the highest defense growth in the game, yeah, at 55 personal defense growth, which is ridiculous. So I imagine Goldmary will actually be really good in whatever class we put her in, and she's going to carry a lot of the early game with her high speed and damage output. Not that we really need carrying. And then we have, finally, Seedall. Oh no, wait, where's Seedall? Where's your growth rates there, buddy? There they are. Now, if you see his growth rates here, you might be looking at them and think, well, that's not super exciting. He's kind of just across the board, whatever, just kind of fast. Well, it doesn't matter. He's a dancer. His base stats are actually pretty good here. Strength, dex, and speed are all pretty strong, and he's not really that frail either. You know, more durable, again, than the normal characters that join here, Boucheron and Etier. But, again, it doesn't really matter. As long as he doesn't die in one hit, I don't really care what his stats are. And arts are not good. Punching, it just doesn't work in this game. So we're going to have a nice 5-move dancer for our early game setup here, which is going to be excellent. Alright, now to clean up these enemies, which I think is going to be very easy. Oh, that's right. We saw Etier in her promoted class there. I think she promotes to Sniper in this version. It doesn't actually kill with the compact axe, but the hit rate's still pretty good.
Are you ready?
Oh! Early crit there. You can see the Axe Flyer works fine. There's no reason for them not to be able to reclass into Axe Flyer. I shouldn't linger on this too much, but it makes me irrationally angry. Why can't you reclass into Flyer? There's no reason. It's just arbitrarily decided you're not supposed to do that. Alright, so to clean up, we'll have probably Goldmary. Actually, who does the most damage to this sword fighter? He's got the Marth ring. She doesn't double, though, despite her really high speed at 13. We also have... We'd have Mavier that could break the sword fighter. Yeah, let's have Mavier break the sword fighter. Then one of these people should be able to... No, not quite.
Orders?
And nobody actually quite finishes it off the job. We might be able to have Veyle do it. Just 15 attack compared to these folks 12 and 13. Yeah, it looks like that'll be enough. We can also engage with Marth to guarantee the go.
No other choice.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, Liberation does kill 1 over. I just like the look of seeing it held there.
Strong after all.
My gosh, look how big it is. Big ol' spin. I like it. So Goldmary has 10 defense, so even though she'll get broken by these Lance Flyers, one of them has a Javelin, she's really not going to take much damage, so I think we're going to be just fine here.
I'm too good.
I don't like Goldmary very much, in case that wasn't obvious. Put Linden here, and then we'll dance for Mavier to use the heal staff.
Sorry, Divine One.
Boucheron. Is that Berserker or Warrior for him? I can't really tell. I don't know exactly what the costumes look like. I guess it could be something else, but I doubt it. Assuming they're going for a very direct promotional class for each of the characters. Yeah, normally a very tight chapter is going to be just a walk in the park here. Gonna be able to move everybody forward and not really have to worry about the enemies too much whatsoever. This guy with the Javelin even gets doubled by the Liberation. Does she get 2-shot, though, by the flyers? No, 8 plus... I believe they did... Or no, it's 8 plus 10, isn't it? They do exactly 2-shot her. No, they don't. It's 8 plus 9. So she survives, even if she gets hit by both the flyers here, she does survive with 1 HP. Again, I suppose I could engage with Marth. There's no reason to hang on to it here. I mean, the map's going to be over in 3 chapters, and there is an engage pool.
The choice is yours.
But, well, it's too late now. So, we'll put... No. We'll move Linden in first. Again, I think I want to try to use some of these characters long-term. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if the pre-promotes, like the base game, are going to be much better than the original characters. We'll have to see. Not sure exactly how that's going to pan out. Man, base 13 speed is... Oh my gosh, okay, another low percentage critical.
I will never fail.
I swear these occur more often in this game than other games. I see so many low percentage criticals, both on the enemies and on my own units. Well, you know, now that I've spoken about the Marth engage, I'm pretty sure that Veyle is good enough to one-round this flyer, isn't she? If I were to move her here with the Divine Speed. Yeah, that's gonna one-round the flyer guaranteed. I just realized there's like special darkness hit effects for Veyle's daggers. Alright, level 2 for Veyle. Well, level 3, but level up. Okay, another magic. I mean, that is to be expected. Surprising to see 2 points of luck early on here. I think that's one of her worst growths. Avoid plus 15. Okay, nobody's coming. Fair. I wouldn't come either. Alright, Rosado. You have 7 defense? Yeah, you are totally fine against these guys. You just fly in and fight these guys. We'll have probably Veyle. Veyle can probably just kill the sword fighter. No, she needs 1 more point of speed to kill the sword fighter. Can I get somebody else closer? No, there's nobody else to get closer. We'd have to dance for somebody.
You called, eh?
Just move everybody. Just... Well, that is a sword fighter, so there's no real reason to put her there. No, well, it's not entirely true. I could try to... If I hadn't moved Linden there, I could try to change her. In fact, you know what? No. We'll just move it like this, have a good enemy phase, and call it good. Or I could do it. I don't know who they're going to attack. I'll just do it like this. There is an archer back there. I probably should be careful not to accidentally get Rosado killed for no reason at the start of the game here. Okay, they are going to go to 1% crit on Rosado. That is kind of scary. Just talking about low percentage criticals. But surely it won't happen right now. No. Low percentage criticals are for the player characters, not for the enemy characters. Alright, here comes everybody chain pulling. 2 damage. I'm just wondering, it would actually be a cleaner kill by 1. Let me just stop it. Menus are a little funky in this game. Well, no, it wouldn't be. He only does 8 damage. So let's once again have Mavier block this spot here. 21 physical attack. That's totally fine. We'll have him get a break. I need to check though. Oh, there's no way for Saphir.
I can do more.
And Rosado, no. There's not a reasonable way for Saphir and Rosado to kill this guy without a dance. But again, I'm not really seeing a reason as to why we cannot just dance.
Don't make me angry.
Okay, well, I wanted to actually have another round of combat there, but sure, we can kill him now. I was intentionally move Veyle second, so we'd have another round of combat to get our extra 4 XP, but apparently that is not allowed.
I will protect you.
Dab real good. And just make sure Rosado's... I would need Rosado to use a Vulnerary here, which I guess there's no strong downside. What's your actual attack power? 7? That is enough to damage them, and he does not die in 2 hits either. Alright. Let's do it like this. Yeah, I think Saphir is going to be good. Her bases are going to be good. She's going to be just Boucheron plus right now. first level up? Okay, well, speed. Sure. I'll be happy with that. And we can just put Rosado, in fact, let's just put him here and wall them out entirely. I think that meant I didn't need to use a Vulnerary there, but might as well be safe. We're not going to be hurting for Vulneraries. Alright, first Linden level up. Eh? Okay. That's just the downside of random level ups. Oh, she's got a Vulnerary. I actually didn't know that. I think I killed her in one round in my original playthrough. Oh, that camera angle is really funky for a second there. Yeah, she used my Vulnerary. Hey, that's like 50 gold worth of Vulnerary right there that you just wasted.
Tell me what to do.
How dare you?
What'd you think?
Yeah, Rosado's gonna be good regardless of the class. His outfit is the same as his normal one, right? Yeah, it is. I don't know why, I thought it looked slightly different for a second there, but no, it's normal. Pretty sure. 13 damage.
For King Morian.
Alright, do we do any damage with the dagger? We do. 1 damage. Okay, fire is just strictly better though. Hello.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I don't think I've heard this dialogue before.
I am here to fight, not exchange words.
Did you know that this is the same character that appears on the boat map as the boss? She gets a different class, and she's Berserker there. So, not entirely different, but different than armor, which I thought was really weird because, you know, she never really had any dialogue or anything. I do want to min-max my XP just a little bit. I don't think it'll be super relevant, especially not on Mavier, but, well, here we are. So attacking for 0 damage does indeed get you 4 XP in this game. I'm not going to do this very often, but I'm going to do it now just to show. Alright, goodbye. Oh my god! I don't think I've ever heard him crit before, and I don't think I've ever... That was 3 low percentage criticals in this map, or maybe 4? I don't remember.
You're not just any soldiers, are you?
I swear it's rigged. Okay, so that is chapters 1, 2, and 3 of this Reverse Recruitment Maddening Classic Random Growth Run. So I'm excited to continue recording this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be much, much easier than normal Maddening, as you can see. Now, I think as the game goes on, it will be getting harder because the allies that join us will not have quite as crazy base stats compared to how strong the enemies will be getting later on. It's just, the game kind of throws at you some units with really terrible bases right at the start of the game and says deal with it, which I think is totally fair. But it'll be fun to have some stronger tools to work with here, especially the 5-move lore. Very, very nice. But anyway, I will be continuing to record and upload this series regularly, so please check out my channel if you would like to continue watching, and I wish you all the best and hope to catch you all next time.